Here's the color story up close. Very, very pretty. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by today. I'm so excited because I actually am recording in the middle of the week for the first time in a long time. So I hope you guys are doing great this week. If you're new here, my name is Chris. Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into Sugary Cosmetics. They came out with a pineapple palette and they came out with a little mini pineapple glow palette, which is a highlighter palette. So we're going to dive into these two bad boys right now. Pineapple palette retails for $29. The box looks like this. On the back it gives ingredients and information on the palette. The palette looks like this. It is rather large. I have a big head, so the fact that this can sit alongside of it pretty well and kind of the same size or a little bigger is pretty impressive. Palette contains talc and mica, however it is cruelty free, paraben free, gluten free. Also has a shelf life of 12 months. The inside does come with a cover for the shadows, and the palette opens in a detached way. So if you're not really into that, then this is not going to be a palette for you. This side comes with a mirror. On the bottom of it, it says Sugary Cosmetics. Comes with 21 shadows. The mattes are all up here, then comes the shimmers, and then these are pressed glitters. Here's the color story up close. Very, very pretty. Now the formula on this palette is rather interesting. There is a bit of an inconsistency in the formula. There are some mattes that feel really smooth, and then there's maybe one or two mattes that are more on the rough side. The shimmers, most of them are really pretty. Some might look a little bit more satin than others, and the pink in the center is more on the sheer side. As for the pressed glitters, I'm not too crazy about the yellow formula. It seems to be different from the rest of them. It's a bit more oily, and the glitters aren't exactly as fine as the other ones. The other ones though are absolutely beautiful. I'm wearing this one on my lids right now without any type of glitter glue whatsoever, so that is very, very impressive. Another thing about the mattes is that they're so pressed in there that some of them are actually really hard to go into. Sometimes that happens. There's just like this kind of hard surface. I've seen it in so many palettes, and not just indie brands, in big brands. It doesn't matter. You can still use it. Just know that that might happen to you if you buy this palette. Honestly, all the shadows work, but the only shadow for me that really needs improvement is the yellow matte up here. I used it on my lids, but it's not the best. I didn't want to grip to the brush. It really didn't show up so much on the eyes. You'll see that later. I did go in with a finger and it kind of shows a little bit, but I'm not impressed with this yellow. I'm going to go ahead and show you the pre-recorded swatches that I already took for this palette. The only shadow that I swatched one time was the purple matte and the brown matte shadow. Everything else was swatched 2 to 3 times. The yellow matte, the red matte, and the pink shimmer shade I actually had to swatch 3 to 4 times, but I don't want you to be discouraged by that. This is a buildable palette. As you can see, I am wearing it on my lids. Before we dive into the eye demo, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the little pineapple glow palette, which is the highlighter palette. Just like the eyeshadow palette, it detaches when opened. Does come with a mirror, and of course it does come with a slipcover. I just don't know where I put it. It comes with 4 shades, which honestly I feel like are pretty good in terms of being universal. This retails for $18 on their site. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all 4 for you right now. Oh, and then I'm going to take some shadows from the big one. Almost forgot to do that. There you go. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we go. There you go. Very pretty. I am wearing it on my face. I do show myself putting it on my face in the eye demo, so you'll see for yourself. They feel really creamy too. It's not like a powdery hot mess. I'm gonna take yellow because you have to see what I'm talking about. Let's take this pink one. I'm gonna take this blue one, and then let's take this purple because the purple is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna show you how it looks when swatched. So here is the yellow, here is the pink, the blue, and then let's do the purple. Purple is stunning. Ooh, I took way too much. There you go. As you can see, the yellow is just not really there. I mean, I could take more and try to build it up, but I mean, it takes some time, which honestly is not the worst thing. It ends up showing up eventually. So let's go ahead and dive into this eye demo. I went ahead and I used one brush today, which is by the GLF Cosmetics. Wait, I lied. There was actually one more brush. This is a small one that I just used for the white part, which honestly has nothing to do with the palette. This was actually with a eyeshadow primer by Smashbox, which is in white. I use this sometimes to just make some funky looks, but yeah, I used one more. I am tearing. I'm tearing, you guys. Like, look what's happening. I'm tearing. Lately, I don't know what's going on. I know you guys have heard me say it lately on my channel, but my eyes have been disrespectful to me. There, that's like the best I can do. I know what's happening. It's like I'm crying a river here for no reason. So for this look, guys, I used 13 out of 21 shadows. There are no names, by the way, but this shade right here, I use this as a base. I put it all over the lid, blends in pretty well with my skin tone. Following that, I went into this green. I really do like the pigmentation that this green gives out. It's absolutely beautiful. I packed it in and it was really effortless. Following the green, I went into this kind of like, I want to say orangey red, a little bit more on the orange side, but nonetheless very stunning. I put it right next to the green. Then I went into the yellow. As I said earlier, it was a bit disappointing. I took it with a brush and it took a while to get it to build up, and honestly I can't barely see it on my lids. It's like kind of there, but I mean, I wish it was as vibrant as what you see here, but regardless, I wanted to show you guys, so I put it on my lids anyway. Following the yellow, I went into this blue. I didn't cut any crease today, you guys. I was just not with it, especially with my teary eyes. My nose is stuffy. I packed it in the outer corner of my eye. But the blue has a bit more kick up, so be careful when you're going in with a brush into your face, especially if you do your face first. And I did blend it just a little bit up to the yellow, and it blended really easily. Next, I went into the purple shimmer down here. I took it with a dry brush first because I wanted to show you how it looks. It's not as pigmented with a dry brush, but if you wet it, it does show up much better. And if you use your finger, honestly, it shows up much better as well. But I did a wet brush and it came out really pretty, really stunning, nice and smooth like butter. Then I did the unthinkable and I took the glitter on my lids with a regular brush, not wetting it, nothing on my lids, and I went ahead and I put it on, and it did great. I could tell from the swatch when I swatched it that it would work kind of on its own without any glitter glue. For the lower lash line, I went into the dark blue shimmer and I started out on the outer corner and I just dragged it 1/3 into the eye, because next to the dark blue, I went in with the light blue shimmer. And it's really pretty. I wish I had done something where you could see it on its own, because this is a very beautiful shade from this palette. Then I went in with this pink shimmer, which is again more on the sheer side, but I used it with a finger and it actually showed up really nicely, minus the little water teardrop situation that was happening 2 seconds ago. As I mentioned earlier, after that I took a white primer with a small brush and I made the little outline going out, and I put some liner on just over my lid to line it, and then I threw on some Selena lashes from Bombshell Cosmetica. To finish my entire face, like I said earlier, I took this shade right here, which by the way is called Tropic Like It's Hot. This one's called Pineapple. This was called Dang You Pine. Really creative, really funny. And Love You Long Pine. I'm telling you, if you want to pick up anything, get this, because it's just so fun. I love it. I love this so much. So I went ahead and I put this with a dry brush on my cheek, and it's like bam, it was there, gorgeous. I can imagine using some setting spray beforehand to probably even look even more wet. Honestly, it's that kind of formula that you could put a little bit and get that subtle glow, or you could put a lot and glow from the heavens. But yeah, guys, that's everything from the Sugary Cosmetics. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're going to snag anything from this collection. I honestly enjoyed using both of these today. Once again, this is $29, this is $18. They do offer, I think, a payment plan on their site. I think it's called Sizzle, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take everything off this face and take my butt to sleep. Have a wonderful night or morning, depending on what time you're watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.